the dawn of interviews, Big Daddy George of the Freestyle Cartel Show. Escucha.
Yo soy el hombre más rico que en el mundo pueda haber.
Tienes que entender, lo que es mío y no voy a soltarlo. Yo te quiero a ti conmigo. Con los ojos vendados te quiero.
Just wanted to let y'all know to tune in to the Dawn of Interviews Freestyle Cartel with Big Daddy George.
3, 2, 1.
The Freestyle Cartel Show starts right now. Escucha.
Bam, what's going down, Brown? Big Daddy George right here for the Freestyle Cartel Podcast Show. We are streaming live from the Yay area, the Bay Area, San Jose, California, Central Valley, Texas, and worldwide. And bam, we are streaming internationally with Tejano Live Radio in the zone right here worldwide. And bam, today's guest, we have Lupita Gutierrez in the house. Lupita, un placer. How you doing?
How you doing? Thank you so much for having me. Igualmente un placer pasar aquí con ustedes esta noche.
And you know what? We are here today we're going to talk about the Little Joe Foundation because there's a lot going on. And that foundation does help kids. I see that, it helps kids, today's artists. Excuse me, that's pretty amazing. Tell us a little bit about yourself before we go into the foundation. Tell us a little bit of background about yourself, and then, how did you get involved into this?
Oh, okay, great, perfect. Pues, hola, mi gente. I hope everybody's doing good and it's TGI Friday, so having your little cocktail right now, winding down, listening to the show. So thank you so much for having me, George. So I'm coming all the way from San Antonio, Texas. I'm originally from Laredo, Texas, so I'm from the 956. I'm a border town girl. So I've been here in San Antonio area for about 9 years, and I raise money for a living. I have a fundraising company, shout out Elevation Fundraising, and I do business all over the nation. So hit me up if anybody ever needs a little assistance. But that was my shameless plug, by the way.
That's the plug right there. I make money nationwide. Let's go plug into Lupita Gutierrez. She can help you out.
Right. So that's how I met Little Joe. And so I'll tell you a little bit about my journey, how I met him, and what brought me here to this moment is that I met Little Joe about a year ago. And I met him at a scholarship, a banquet for LULAC, which is a national, organization. And he was donating scholarships that night to 8 individuals. And I had a brief conversation with him. I had never met him. It just so happens that I was somebody's +1, and they sat at the same table. So we met for the first time. Now, I've known of him, of course. Who doesn't know about Little Joe? And so, but I didn't know him personally. So after maybe a 10-15-minute conversation, that así quedó. I told him, he told me what he wanted to do. He's 85, and he said that he is at a time of his life where he wants to continue to help, but knows that it's getting harder for him. And so basically all these decades, he's been writing checks and donating thousands of dollars to scholarship programs all around the nation. So he wants that to continue. And he says, what's going to happen to me when I'm no longer here? And I said, well, what about the idea of a foundation? He said, people have approached me, but I really, didn't really want to do it. It wasn't right timing. And if anybody believes in divine timing, I would say, or the right timing, it happens when it happens. So the ball, of motion went into his head. Now, I can tell you a little bit, fast forward a year later, what I have learned about Little Joe is that when he says, I've decided to do this, he does it. He's 85 years old, but no one tells him what to do. He calls all the shots. So when he says, Lupita, I'm going to do this, it's going to be done. That's something I've learned about him.
And that's a good thing. He doesn't procrastinate. He's straight to business.
Yes, y que ganas at 85. You know, let's just stop and appreciate a little bit because at 85, yeah, ya se están retirando, and so for him to be able to do this and want to do it and have the drive to do it, that's what I find amazing. And as it's very inspirational because this is very hard. So the days that I want to quit, I grab inspiration. He keeps going. And so if he can keep going, para la gente, para la causa, and we'll talk about la causa later on, because I know you know a lot about it, Jorge. And
we're down for the Brown. Little Joe, one thing about Little Joe, he is old school. He is for la raza. He's for the gente. He's for the people, and he's been around. He's been around. He knows what he's doing, and he knows the foundation of his music, which is known from Chicano Soul, which is now known the foundation for Tejano. That's a different story.
Yeah, the foundation. And we can get into that conversation. I would love to have that conversation. So going back to where I met him that night. Well, that night I went to the table, sat down. They gave the scholarships. They call him up. They honor him, right, and thank him. And when he was up there on the mic, he said, "You know what? On the mic, he said, I've decided." I just spoke to a young lady. She's sitting right there. He points at me and he calls me a young lady named Lupita. And I've just decided that I'm going to start a foundation. So everybody stands up and starts clapping and all that. And I'm like freaking out. I'm like, what did he just say? Did I hear him right? Let me
clear my ears. Did he say that? Wait a minute. That's pretty amazing, though.
And but he's calling me by name and I've only known him for 10 minutes. So así quedó. That was in May. Fast forward about October, November, I'm doing nothing, probably watching Netflix. I honestly don't even, I remember I was just laying down and I get a call and it was so random. And I go, yes, hello. He goes, is this Lupita? I said, yes. He says, this is Little Joe. And I was like, okay. I was like, what? So I was like, yes, sir. How can I help you? So he started telling me, I just remembered you. Don't think I forgot about you. And our conversation that we had, our 10-minute conversation, right? That we had. And I just wanted to let you know that I'm ready. And I want to have a meeting. And I'll be in San Antonio in about a week. So can we plan it? And that ever since that first meeting, I mean, it was game on. And so what I thought was going to be a small fundraising event has turned into a monster of a show.
It's turned into a gala. That's what it is.
No, let me tell you, we're closing down the street. That's how crazy it's going to get. And I want to talk about the show right in a little bit. But, first of all, I'm head of development. So I'm head of the foundation. His daughter is the president of the foundation, and he's the founder. And so we're building it from the ground up. So let me talk about the foundation and its mission. The Little Joe had to drop out in seventh grade to support his family. He went to go pick cotton in the cotton fields. So education is always on the forefront of Little Joe. And so are children, so are kids. He loves kids. And so an education. So he wanted to do a scholarship foundation. So these scholarships this year are going to go to the west side of San Antonio and to Temple, Texas, where he's from. So moving forward next year, this will be it'll be in the national database for anybody in the nation to apply for these scholarships, right? So that's my role in the foundation. I'm head of development for the foundation. So also development is money in, money out, all that good stuff. So raising money, doing fundraisers, connecting with donors and sponsors, and that's my job. So I go fishing and I just tell them the cause and see if they'll support. And so one of those, I'm known for my big, fundraising events and participating in these huge fundraising events that raise, $70,000. So, and I've also have a strong background in production. By trade, I'm a dance instructor by trade, but I retired a couple years ago. And so I work, on big productions. So I thought I put everything together. I was like, Little Joe concert, benefit concert, and I said, okay, we'll do it. It'll be our first fundraiser. We'll do a benefit concert. And así quedó. So we did that, and then I started planning it, and by myself, everything, the whole show, the whole vision, giveaway, everything from the ground up. in my head. The blueprint was in my head. So when he said it's time to roll the ball, we were ready. I was ready. So I put my team together. Shout out to the legacy team. There are a bunch of professionals, ambassadors, which we're going to be looking for ambassadors in Cali, all over the nation. We're going to be looking
And
for ambassadors.
there you go.
So just people that support us, people in the industry that support the foundation and want to put it out there for a good cause. This is going to be an amazing foundation, and it's going to we're on a good start. So again, what I thought was going to be a small show has now turned into the show of the year. And when I tell you the stories of the artists that are going to be here on next Saturday on August 1st at the Woodlawn Theater, you're going to be like, wow. And the dignitaries. Let me tell you, we have top Grammy artists that canceled their obligations and dignitaries that have canceled their obligations to be here. They moved things around. They said, we're not going to miss it. We have an international artist also coming that wasn't going to be able to come, but said, no, I'm not going to miss this night. I'm not going to miss the chance to honor my friend, because there's no redo. This is a one night only kind of thing. And I'll tell you all you want to know about the show without giving away too many secrets. But yeah, that's the gist of it. That's how I met him. That's how I got involved. And now
that's pretty amazing how things just fell in your lap, and with the grace of God, everything fell through. And the foundation. Tell us the meaning of the foundation. Does it help children? What's the key purpose of the foundation? Tell us a little bit about that.
The foundation is a scholarship foundation. So, any individuals, no matter, race, color, creed, they can apply for this scholarship. Yes. So that's basically what it is. It's in honor of his wife, Chris Hernandez. So that's why it's called the Little Joe and Chris Hernandez Legacy Scholarship Foundation. And Little Joe lost his wife a couple of years ago. So she is very present in all of this. I'm making sure of it. And in a little while, I don't know, how much time do we have on the show?
We got about an hour, and that's one thing I was going to ask you too. I mean, how does a foundation honor the memory and the loving legacy of Little Joe's wife, Chris Hernandez? And that's one of the questions I was going to ask you, and you're talking about it right now.
That's a great question. Is that how do you honor Chris? Well, that was a bit of a challenge, because of course you want to honor her. She's known to be, la reina de la familia, always on the background, but running the company, like she did all that work. She rarely liked to be on the forefront. She really was a private lady, and she didn't mind. She always told her Little Joe, you go. She had the family. She was running everything. So, how do you honor that? So one of the things I'm gonna do is she will be on the stage. We're gonna do a little, with a photo, and she's gonna be on stage, because while the first hour of the show is a tribute, Little Joe and his kids will be on stage. So I'm gonna make sure she's there. Obviously the honor also in the name, Chris Hernandez, her name is there. So you go more and you connect with us on our foundation webpage, which is LJC /legacy.com. You can find out more about all the information about the foundation. But that's the basis of it. It's a scholarship program. We're making partners all over. For example, we just donated some money to Shelly Lattis's Conjunto Unidos program at UTSA. And it's a program that, helps keep the culture alive. UTSA is a university here in San Antonio that's very beloved. Go Roadrunners. And she started a program with them. So we're offering some financial support to her program. So, the money that comes in is for scholarships, but scholarships come in many forms. It's not just a scholarship that you could apply for a high school senior. Maybe there's a group that has, a workshop, and they have kids that can't afford to go take that workshop or whatnot. If this foundation can help offer a scholarship to send 20 kids or whatnot to a workshop, that's a scholarship. And in Spanish we call them becas, son becas. So,
Las becas.
si las becas vienen en muchos modos, so en muchos, yeah, different ways. So yeah, so that's what it is. That's the basis of it. The mission is so, the next generation can continue to write their own legacy, their own
And that's
legacy.
pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Let me give a couple shout outs because I'm erasing. I kind of missed everybody. Let me give a couple shout outs. I seen Hilda Pena on here. Hilda Pena Promotions, what's going down? We got Tejano Live Radio in the house. We got Vicky V Promotions in the house. We have Lisa Trevino, that's my queen out there, out of the Purcell Texas in La Casa. Bam! You got my boy Borado Lopez in the house. Borado, little DJ, let's go. We can DJ. Borado in La Casa, Borado. We got recording artist Serene Everly, a little sweetheart right there. She's an amazing little artist. She was there competing in those Tejanitos contest. So shout out to my people,
Shout
Serena
out.
Everly.
Yes,
Serena Everly in La Casa.
qué talento esa niña. Esa niña tiene un talento, híjole, beautiful, elegant on the stage. I mean, I would not want to be a judge at that show. I'll be honest with you. I would not have wanted to be a judge. Little Joe didn't judge. He's like, I can't. They're all winners to me. And if she's watching, Miss Everly, there is a
here.
Okay, because I can't see the comments or anything like that, so please read them or share with me because I love to get engaged with the viewers. Miss Everly has a big surprise coming her way, a big one.
Woo! Serena Everly, you got a big surprise coming to you, my girl. There you go.
All the finalists do. They all have a big surprise. Little Joe told me on Monday, the Tejanitos Got Talent. I can talk a little bit about that show if you want.
Yeah, that sounds dope. And let me give a shout out to I forget, Tico Rose in the house. What's going down? The Tejano Live member right there also. She got the show being pop in, supporter system, supporter show. And let's talk about that.
Yes. So we met a little girl, a young lady, a couple months back. I think in March or April. Gami Bolanos. She's a 14-year-old, a young girl, and she sings beautifully. Like, she has a beautiful voice, but she likes, her genre is jazz. So she's just amazing. Let me tell you, I was doing another fundraiser, San Antonio's Got Talent, and it was to raise money for a nonprofit organization. And it's just some professionals that went up there and sang, and they did a little contest. It was something it was fun. But one of the contestants told me, can I bring my daughter up? And I said, how old is she? She goes, she's 14. And I was like, you know what? Why not? She can close the show. But can she sing? And he says, can I sing? And I said, she's on the stage. So she went up there and blew the house away. So I introduced her to Little Joe, and Little Joe just absolutely fell in love with her singing and all that stuff, that we invited her to perform on stage the night of the Legacy show. Right?
Oh, that's amazing.
So it got me thinking, you know what? Why don't we give an opportunity for somebody younger? This would be a great opportunity. It's about children. It's about scholarships. So I was going to do a digital contest that was Tejanitos Got Talent. It came to me around 11 at night. And so I got on my little Canva and I created a flyer and I just posted it and I sent it to Little Joe. And in the morning, and that was at 11 at night. In the morning, it spread like wildfire with the media. They picked it up. Tejano Nation, The Current, they all started writing stories on it. So it got popular very fast. And Little Joe called me around noon saying, Lupita, I want to thank you for giving me a reason to get out of bed again because I love this. I love this idea. Like, really. Like, he's been really tired. He had knee replacement surgery in December. So he was very happy. So I said, I was happy. So originally it was just going to be open to all. I know it says Tejanitos Got Talent, and there was a little controversy on that word. But let me tell you, if they would have seen the flyer said any talent, with magicians, dancers, singers, whatever. A talent is talent. Where it's not about
when you add the word Tejanitos, it makes it sound like it's just for that genre.
Well, yeah, but read the fine print. You know what I mean? Sometimes, but I get it. And we're working on it because this is going to be a show that's gonna go on. So we were going to take that out and we're going to fix it. But again, remember, this was just a little like thought that I had in my head. I thought it sounded catchy. Little Joe's Tejanitos Got Talent. You know what I mean? There's no logic here. There's no like committee meeting. Like
There's something I came up with. Bam, that's the name right there. Sounds good. Vamos fuerte, let's go.
Exactly. So and it hit because it was so catchy. So we started getting submissions, and Mousy, shout out to Mousy Cervantes, CEO of Thrive Entertainment. I'm going to try to get her on the call in a little bit, but she's in charge of the production part of the big show. So I said, go ahead and filter them out and, talk to them and to make sure that they're, and I'll take care of the rest. So it was really a labor of love. The show, we didn't have very much help, but it was standing room only. And it was an amazing show. All the contestants did a great job, and Little Joe was so happy after the show.
That's amazing because it gives the youth a chance to follow their dreams and jump on that stage, and especially they're in front of an icon, and they're performing in front of Little Joe, and that's what gives the young people determination to prove themselves that they have talent, and they and that's amazing right there.
Yes, it is. It's really amazing. And so it was such a great night, and it's so much fun, and so many came together. I can tell you some of the highlights of the show, and I really like this. So I ran into a group a week before, and I threw the dice, and I said, I need to have them perform. I just have to have them perform. And they were called Las Abuelitas de Oro. And if you go back and you check the legacy page, you'll see highlights of the show, and you'll see them. They range between the ages of, I believe, 70 to 90 years old, and they dance. They dance folklorico. They actually go to schools and they do workshops, and the kids can go home and be like, I learned something from my abuelita. And they're beautiful. They go all dressed up, todas guapas in their uniforms, and they did an amazing number. That I kept them a surprise. I didn't even announce them nothing. I had them going through a secret entrance and everything. All of these viejitas, and they're like between 50 and 20 of them. There are a lot of them. And so when we had them everybody in the room, I bought them in. I introduced them. So you see the two generations, the little ones as small as 4 years old to 90 years old. So Little Joe loved that. And I opened up the show with them by saying, the next group I invited to come and perform, to just show everybody that age is just a number, and you should always follow your dreams and never give up. And no matter what anybody says,
always follow your dreams.
Yeah, always. And so they came out. And they did an amazing number. And so that was one of my favorite parts of the show. One of my other favorite parts is that Little Joe was on a balcony on the stage. So a lot of the kids, when they were singing, they turned around and they serenaded him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like up there in the balcony. So I thought that was very touching. And I think also shout out to our little honorable mention. We had one honorable mention. A mother submitted a video with an email saying, I know my son doesn't meet the criteria, but I'm going to submit it anyways. And so me and a mom, I clicked on it. And as soon as I did, I said, this kid has to be on the show. He was the cutest little thing. His mom owns a dance studio. Shout out Dance Vida Dance, I believe. Danza Vida or something. Danza Vida. And his name, he's 4 years old. And he was dancing. And he was going at it. And
he was in the groove, yeah.
He had all these girls around him because he has all the dancers dressed up as showgirls. So I said, oh, no. As soon as I saw those chubby cheeks, I was like, I need to have him on.
He's in, yeah.
He was in, yes. It was those cheeks. And so, and yes, I did get to squeeze him when I met him in person. We called him, and we told the mom he's honorable mention, but we would like for you to perform. Well, he performed on stage with all the girls, and boy, did he perform! He got so excited, he fell on his pompies. He fell. He fell on his pompies.
He was in, yeah. He was right there in the middle of the act, excited. He fell.
But he got back up. He got back up like fast, and was like, you have to see this video. I'll send it to you later.
And you know what? This is one of the questions that they're asking. Okay, okay. What can attendees expect at the inauguration legacy show on August 1st at the Woodland Theater in San Antos? On how vital is this event to funding the foundation start? So, and another question I had, and they had a question here: is it going to be open to the public or not?
The what? The show?
The show, August 1st.
Yeah, tickets are on sale. Yeah.
There you go. Hey, I have to read what they say.
Yeah.
So tickets are on sale. Get your tickets, everybody. It's going to be an awesome event August 1st. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, we want to sell out. We haven't sold out yet, but I have to do an update tonight. So we're helping. Oscar de la Mafia is helping us also. He just dropped a tequila, La Mafia tequila La Mafia, and so yeah, so they're gonna help us. We're doing we have 9 days, so we're doing a big blast out, and I'm sure we're gonna have a sellout. We're not worried about that. It's a small theater. It's just 985 seats. And we have, all the VIP, most of the elite and VIP tickets are already sold, but we have general admission, which is $80.
That's awesome.
Even
if it sells out, we're going to have standing places where people can stand. So, Bev, get your tickets now.
No. There's only 985 seats. So I guess I misunderstood the question, but yeah, there's room right now because we have tickets available. But once they sell out, they sell out. No, people can go spectate outside of the event, because let me tell you, from the moment that Little Joe and all the artists arrive on the red carpet, it's a show. I got shout out Estilo Fino, one of the best car clubs in San Antonio. They have classic cars ranging between, I think he said, $40,000 and $300,000 cars, beautiful cars. They donated 15 cars for the event to drive all of the artists in on the red carpet. So
you know what? That's Raza right there. The lowrider community is strong when it comes to events like this. They're out there donating their cars and the cruisers out there. It's part of our cultura, part of our culture. And Little Joe was big on that. He's big on that. I know back in the days, he made a movie, A Million to One. He was in it. He had there with Chief Marine and the lowriders, so he was representing the lowriders. And he's huge in California. He's very huge. I don't care if it's San Francisco, if it's Delano, Modesto, San Jose. He is huge, and he was huge and still is in California big time. He has a big presence, a big fan base, and what's pretty amazing about this too, that I don't know if I'm supposed to mention this, but one of the special guests, Little Joe, was down for the causa. He was down fighting for civil rights for our people.
Man, are you gonna make the announcement? I think you're gonna make.
You know what? All I know in history, I'm not gonna make an announcement, but I know in history, he was side by side with Chavez, Cesar Chavez, and Dolores Huerta. That's all I can say. The rest is on you. But that is part of history right there. And he is big. Much respect from California to Little Joe, because he's down for the raza in big time.
But, George, because this is your podcast, go right ahead. I just did the drum roll. I'm going to do the drum roll, and then you can officially announce what I haven't said, and that is a big announcement. We're going to talk about it because I need to talk about it. So, drum roll.
Bam!
Who's going to be at Woodland Theater on August 1st, George?
We have the legendary civil rights, one of the leaders, Dolores Huerta, that's going to be in the house in honor of Little Joe. And that's going to be amazing right there. That's going to be an amazing event, but an amazing era, because Dolores Huerta, I mean, we're talking about the early days with Chavez and Dolores Huerta. So obviously we're all getting older. I'm getting older. Shit, I'm 60 years old. Little Joe's in his 80s and so on. And that's going to be an amazing part of history, that Dolores Huerta is going to be present at this inauguration for Little Joe. So that's huge.
Yes, you want to hear all about it? Oh my God. Like, let me tell you, because I do a lot of community work. So I'm known for my community work. I do other things other than this. She's just amazing. I 5 years ago had the honor of running logistics for the Jaime P. Martinez Thanksgiving giveaway. and I was trying to get her over here, but it was in COVID time. It was really in smack in COVID, where we had masks on. That we did a drive-through turkey giveaway because I was like the 16th annual or something, and Jaime P. Martinez with Seacliff was an extension of the Cesar Chavez organization. So anyway, so they had this event. Everybody was masked up. That was the first time I actually met Little Joe, but I didn't meet him. Like I shook hands with him. That was it. Like, and I took a picture with him. That was it. I didn't, no. And then everybody was masked up. So anyways, Dolores Huerta to me is a hero. Really, honestly, she's my hero. I know you're not supposed to, you shouldn't idolize people or whatever, but I don't care. I love this lady. Every time I wanted to quit when things get hard, because they do get hard, in the work that we do, we're advocates. I particularly advocate for my senior citizens and my veterans for better senior services. I am, also with the state. I am a director of community engagement for District 124 here, representing the offices of State Representative Josie Garcia. Shout out to the people's rep, she's amazing. But so with that work that I do, it gets really tough. It gets tiring because, you think the system is, the system fails a lot, and so it gets frustrating. And sometimes you just want to quit. Well, they're not listening to us, but it's women like Dolores Huerta that keeps me going, because at her age, at 93, it's just amazing that she keeps going. That's
a lot of fight. That's a lot of fight for the cause, for her beliefs. 90 something, they were at it when they were at it since they were young, They were in San Jose, California. Chavez, San Jose, California, East Side San Jose. I mean, come on now, I'm from San Jose, so I know. And it's man, they've been through a lot. They fought for the cause for everybody,
Absolutely, yes. And so she's definitely one of the pioneer. Little Joe gave me a CD yesterday and said, when she comes out, I want you to play this song that I wrote for her.
Dope.
And it's a song about her. I'll send it to you later. He also said, I was like, are you going to want her to sit on stage with you during the tribute? He goes, yes, I'm not going to leave her side all night.
It's an honor.
I want her to be with me on the red carpet, to walk with me on the red carpet. I want to take care of her. He loves her. And let me tell you something. When I messaged her, I had her direct number, and I usually call people because at this point we need to do aggressive communication. And for me, professionally, you should always send a message before you call. But I'm type A, so I call, because I need to know.
We type A's, damn it. We don't text. We make phone calls.
Yeah, we make phone calls. So, but for this one, I said no. And you have to, for the past 6 months, I've been contacting artists from all over. Oscar, Elsa Garcia. We're getting to the artists right now, but we're here on Dolores right now. But so I messaged her, and I messaged her something very lovely. This is who I am. I introduced myself, and I sent her a picture of me with Little Joe that I use for contacts. And she responded right away, and she said, "You do me the honor," because I said we would be honored. And we would cover your accommodation, all this stuff. She tells me, you do me the honor. Little Joe is my hero, and I will be there. Talk to my scheduler, and I will be there with an exclamation point. So for her, she loves Little Joe. It's such a beautiful relationship, beautiful friendship, and I can't wait to see them on stage together. I'm just right now pinching myself because, again, I like the celebrities. They're amazing, great, great, great artists and all that good stuff. But for me, because of the work that I do, the meeting Dolores is going to be a highlight of my life.
That's going to be part of history. That's legendary right there, because it's not every day that we get to meet a very strong, empowered woman. And when I see strong, it's beyond strong. I mean, she did stuff in history that it's always going to be in books. It's going to be embedded in DNA. So to have her presence there is a must, because I know they go hand in hand with Little Joe. They have history,
Yeah, she came up with Si Se Puede.
Yep.
Si se puede, and she was she advocated for the migrants to get better pay, to they marched to fight, to not lose hope, because there was
Yep.
a whole organization, La Causa, that was behind them, and that they were going to stop until they achieved all of their goals, and she never stopped, and she hasn't still.
And,
So
and
for,
and and that's just not local. That's worldwide. That's
yes,
internationally. What they
yes,
did is
yes,
in the history books because it's worldwide internationally, and that's
yes,
powerful. So much
yes.
respect for Dolores Huerta.
Yeah, shout out, love. I can't wait. I'll follow up with you and let you know how it went. Or look at my Facebook and you can see all the pictures.
Oh
But
heck yeah!
yeah, so a little bit about the show. Now that you spill the beans, but it doesn't matter. I'm just kidding. We haven't really told many people, but we are releasing a reel today. So if you could share it for us, it's all about exposure. Maybe people can't join us here, but we
Yeah.
might be we might be in your neck of the woods soon. Wink,
Oh yeah.
wink. I'm no,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
George.
I know, and
So
I'm gonna be there.
So let's talk a little bit about the show. So they go to the VIP section, they get dropped off on the red carpet, they do all of the red carpet stuff, interviews, all that good stuff, and then the show starts at 7. Now let me tell you, this is being held at the historic Woodlawn Theater on Fredericksburg. It's a small theater. It seats about 985 people. Fun fact, I love to say this, is that John Wayne had his first movie premiere at that theater.
Yep.
Yeah, and so the owners have done amazing with it, but the walls are bare. They haven't in 2 years. They haven't put anything on the walls, no decorations. It's just a venue, So when you walk in there, I'm gonna put a before and after. We're turning the whole theater into a Little Joe mausoleum.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, it's going to be amazing. Plus, we're going to have a Grammy experience that people can go and take pictures with his Grammys, like in the middle of all his Grammys. We have a meet and greet. We have a lot of giveaways that actually the giveaways anybody can join. You don't have to be there that night. So I'll send you a flyer later, and if people want to buy chances,
We'll post it up. Yeah.
yeah, two of the giveaways are great. Well, all of them are great, but we have 3, and I'll tell them about you real quick. One of them is a signed guitar by Little Joe, real pretty guitar, and it's
Awesome.
going to be signed this time. It's going to be signed by all the artists on stage. So even Dolores Huerta,
That's
and
awesome.
all the chances are $10 chance to win. So that guitar is a beautiful guitar. It's going to be signed by everybody. Then we do have a serenade. That one you do have to be present. So or maybe not. Maybe I can work it out where he does like a serenade video, personalized serenade video to someone. Anyways, someone will be serenaded on stage or serenaded. And the third one is, and this is really cool. I didn't know this was a thing, but they have something called the Little Joe Gold Pass.
Wow.
And the pass is a whole year of any of his shows, all his shows, wherever he plays. And whoever plays, you go and you get it for you, and it's a pass for a 2 pass. So it excludes private events, but you and a guest can go anywhere.
That's awesome.
With at any of the concerts, doesn't matter who plays. So really cool giveaways. What else do we have? The first hour and a half is tribute. I can tell you some of the artists are going to be Ram Herrera, Patsy Torres, Shelly Lares, Rev Ray, Tejano Artist of the Year, Jenny B. We have international recording artist. We have a Stephanie. I don't know her last name. Stephanie Jones. And then we have Belen Ruby. We have Elsa Garcia. We have Roberto Polido.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, we have Luis Gasca, which played with Janis Joplin and Santana, and he travels the world. He's 86 years old. And then we have oh my gosh, well, a lot of surprises like Little Joe's brothers. That's gonna be cool. For the first time in a long time, his brothers are gonna join him on stage. Yeah, I mean, I said Oscar, right? Just so many. So
It's
many.
gonna be a lot of lot of important people out there, a lot of artists out there, um,
And dignitaries as well.
a lot of dignitaries. You know, my people are gonna be out there. Tahala Live Radio is gonna be out there. Roland and Laura, they got tickets, so they're gonna be out there también.
Oh,
It
did
says
they?
thanks to Mimbella Contractors Incorporated in El Paso. Mimbella is a sponsor at the event. They're a sponsor at their event, the Little Joe event.
Oh,
That's
are
once
they?
again, that's Mimbella, yeah, sponsors at the event. Um, let me see, Temple, Texas tuning in, Montreal, Canada tuning in. Damn, the whole USA is tuned in. We got different people from everywhere tuning in. We got a lot of people on Radio Land.
Well,
Um,
I can give you
uh,
a
uh,
treat if you want.
Tejona Laura said, "Go Lupita, great job. Thank you for helping the community." We got Chino Mac in the
Oh,
house. San Jose Califas
thank
in the
you.
house. Chino Mac, Bam Bam. What's going down, Brown? Bam, a lot of people tuning in, and Radio Land are tuning in. Bam, we got Lupita here. We're talking about the Little Joe Foundation. The main event is going to be August 1st. There's going to be a whole lot of entertainment there.
It's
Everything from mariachi to all kind of music. They're going to be out there performing. Everybody, pretty much everybody there, I know that you mentioned. Gonna have mariachi because Bella Ruby does mariachi. She sings some mariachi. So there's gonna be a lot of music out there, a lot of talent out there, and it's part of history. This is a history in the making. And then you have man, a humanitarian that's gonna be there. Dolores Huerta.
I, I forgot to also shout out to the 45 y la familia. El 45 is has already been, deemed the predecessors of Little Joe. He deemed them themselves. He said, "You all are la onda." And let me tell you, shout out to 45. They're going to be the house band that night, backing up the artists, and they have their own tribute because Mike and John Otivarios and Mike have known Little Joe for over 20 years and have played with him. So they love him, and they have their own tribute. So I'm excited to see that.
So
And
shout
then
out to 45. Damn, they're gonna be in the house backing up all the artists. It's gonna be amazing. Everybody, get your tickets, tap in. After we show this tap in, it's gonna be an exclusive event. It's gonna be something that it doesn't happen all the time. It's gonna be a legacy right there at the event. Let me give a shout out to my boy. We got Oakland Raider in the house. We have an actor, Oakland Raider, an actor extraordinaire. He has movies right there, and I don't know, watch TV, but Netflix. He has series on Netflix. He has a couple of series on Netflix. Bam! David Vela. Saludos, amigo. David Vela, un placer. Boom! David Vela is in the house, tapping in. And we're talking about the Little Joe, the legacy, foundation.
Yes.
August 1st. That's going to be dope.
Yeah,
So where can
so-
people get the tickets? If they want to buy tickets, where can they buy the tickets at?
They can buy the tickets on our website, like I said, ljc/legacy.com. And you can just scroll down and you'll say buy tickets here. And so it's real simple. I think I ran you through the whole show except Little Joe's sets.
He's going to perform, right? Little Joe's going to perform, right?
Let me tell you, yes, he's going to perform and he's doing something different. This is a legacy show, so it's not his normal concert. He's going to bring special guests to do special duets, a lot of special guests. It's going to be a show. He's going to be doing things that are different, arranging special arrangements and stuff. And I already walked you through the whole show from the red carpet to the very end. I can tell you that the very ending is Little Joe has a tradition to do Las Nubes, and for 65 years, the most artists that have been on the stage to do Las Nubes with him is 6. He told me. So we're breaking a record that night because he's inviting all of the artists and all of the dignitaries to do, and even Dolores Huerta to do Las Nubes. And he's gonna do a good show, put on a good show. And I just noticed we're running out of time, but I wanted to know if you wanted a little tour of something, a little surprise for you.
Let's go. Let's take a little tour right now. We're taking a little tour right here.
I'm gonna flip my camera, and what I'm gonna show you is right now I'm at home, right? So I have Little Joe came over and dropped off memorabilia that we're going to be putting all over the theater, and I happen to have it right in front of me. So I'm going to flip the camera and show you some cool stuff. I think it would be cool to see.
That's awesome.
But I don't know. Can I flip my camera on this thing?
You should be able to flip it.
Stop mic, edit avatar. Okay, I might. Oh, okay, I see it. Here you go. Facing back. There you go. Okay, so we can start here. First of all, look at all the stuff. It's just I have all
That's
the
a lot of
Grammys.
stuff.
Yeah, but and everything's in bubble wrap. But I don't know if you can see, but that's his wife right there. It's massive. So, like I said, some of the things I can't unwrap right now, but I can show you some things. Like, look at that. This was given to him by Sony, and it's a pop-up art. It's a huge art installation, all Little Joe's, and it's really cool. You can't even. But that was given to him by Sony. Then over here, I have some of his gold records.
That's awesome right there too. That
Yeah.
right there is history, right? Part of history right there. All these gold albums.
Yeah, that one's Freddie Live. That one's Freddie Live. This one's a live one. We have a lot of gold records here that we're going to be displaying. I mean, we got all the Grammys. There's his wife again. Can you see her kind of?
I can see it. Yeah.
You know, and then
That's a beautiful picture.
I know we have some things, some giveaways. So Little Joe is cleaning house, and I'm supposed to donate some stuff to museums. And like this amazing poncho.
That's the poncho. Yes, that's the dope.
And this
That's
is
pretty
really
nice.
cool. This is all suede, beautiful Azteca. Tiene la Azteca. And then he has his name here embroidered. It's beautiful. Está pesado. It's a good. And I said, don't get rid of that. I'll take it. I can. So we're gonna give that away. You're gonna have a chance. People are gonna have a chance to bid on this.
That's
and
awesome right there. That's part of history. He wore that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I have all this stuff. All this stuff's packed, and I need to get through it and do inventory. Because look, speaking of La Causa, we've got an original banner.
We got the original Huelga bird in the house. For those people out there in the fields, I recognize that sign. I too supported that sign. That is original Huelga sign right there.
Look at this, what it says. Hold on, I just read it because they packed it. My team packed it. It says, to Little Joe and Co. Si se puede, Dolores Huerta.
That's awesome right there.
That
yeah.
It's 20.
That's history.
I think it's 03. It says que faithful fueron of just ice. I don't know what that says. I can't read that, but yeah. So it's just little stuff like that that's going to be on display that we have to make.
That's a lot of nostalgic stuff that's embedded in history right there. So everybody get a chance, if you go over there, enjoy all the nostalgic memorabilia is going to be there. You know, you're going to have a chance to win that, and boom, buy your tickets. You know, this is stuff you can't just buy anywhere else. This is nostalgic pieces that are Little Joe's history. So bam, that's amazing right there.
Yeah, I mean, we have, and I'm just doing this for you because this is a sneak peek. But let's see, they're treasures. Okay, I don't know who that is, but she looks like oh, wait, no. Who is that?
That's Little Joe in, oh my God.
She's a famous singer.
Yeah.
I know that. Let me see, who's this one? It's like opening blind boxes. You don't even know what's going on.
You're opening part of history.
Mira. Tito Puente. No, wait, Tito Puente.
That's Tito Puente, the original Tito Puente. Rest in peace, brother.
There's who is that? That Flaco Jimenez?
That's Flaco Jimenez right there.
And there's Little Joe.
Yeah.
I don't know the other artists in there, but she looks like a country. Let me see this one. I don't know.
Hey, Lupita, do me a favor.
Look at this one. You were talking about a million to Juan. Look.
A million to one. Paul Rodriguez in the house.
And Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson, he's a legend right there. He's from California. That's one of my artists right there, Willie Nelson. That's amazing
Paul
right there.
Rodriguez, look.
Yeah, that's amazing right there.
And you were just talking about that. You just say a million to one? Oh, look at this one. Yeah, and I'm going to leave you guys with that one because look.
That's Celia Cruz.
Yes.
That's Celia Cruz. Oh, dude, she's that's one of my people right there. También Celia Cruz. Rest in peace. Amazing artist. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. And Lupita, do me a favor. That picture, because I talked to Tito Puente Jr., his son. When you get a chance, take a picture of Tito Puente and Little Joe, what you showed me right there, so I can send it to his son.
Yeah, Tito Puente Jr. was just in San Antonio this weekend.
Yeah, he did shows. Yeah. That's awesome right there. That's awesome.
So Yeah, so just a bunch of stuff, but I mean, man, I'm trying to look for something cool before I leave you. Um, oh man, there's so much I don't even know. I can. Oh, look at this one's cool. Okay, this is a treasure. Hold on, this one. I saw this one. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's when he was 14 years old and he dropped out of school. That's his first guitar. He's 14.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's where history was created right there
Yeah,
in the cotton fields. Yeah.
está con su hermano, with his brother right there. And it's an old photo.
And what brother's that?
I don't know. Let me see. Oh, I don't know. I can't make it out. I don't know. It could be Johnny. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of nostalgic stuff that you have. So everybody, bam, when you get a chance, if you're over there, you can buy your tickets. Enjoy the sites right there because this is history that you're witnessing. You know, there's going to be a lot of nostalgic stuff presented on the walls. So that's going to be amazing.
This one, and I just found this one with his brothers. So these three brothers are going to be performing that night with Little Joe. Give me a second. Oh, look what I'm doing. And we're going to running out of time. But I don't think people mind because these are little treasures that they're not going to be able to see. This one. Hold on. Ah, sorry, guys. Sorry. Is this when I start singing, Jorge? Look, it's worth it. That's Gilbert and Rocky. They're going to be on stage. They're going to be on stage that night. So that's a reunion that hasn't happened in a long time.
Yeah, that's history making. Man, everybody get your tickets. It's going to be an amazing event. So, man, August 1st, get your tickets. It's going to be an amazing event. I mean, a lot of surprises, a lot of entertainers, and part of history memorabilia right there. So that's amazing right there. Let me go shout out, bam. We got Nevada in the house. Robert J. Trevino from Nevada. That's my boy right there in the house. Bam, Roland Martinez, the Hound Live Radio. Roland Martinez in the house. We got everybody popping in. This is going to be dope, a nostalgic event. So, bam, it's going to be dope.
I'm still going through it. Can you turn it this way?
You got a lot of stuff over there.
Yeah, are you kidding me? We have to fill up the whole theater. Do you see him? Rockstar.
Oh, yeah. Lupita, we have a question over here.
Okay.
People are asking, what are the ticket prices for the event August 1st? A lot of people are asking, how much are the ticket prices for the event?
They're 80. I have three. It's very simple. First of all, before I give you the prices, just know that all the prices for the seating is it's donation. 100% of the proceeds go to the foundation. So these are donations. So we have the general admission is $80. And it's just general admission. So $80 gets you in the door. It's a foundation. A fundraiser. So I know that it might be a little bit high on the high end, but this is a foundation. And the second one is a VIP. So you get VIP seating, you get a meet and greet, and you get access to a speakeasy, a private speakeasy, so you don't have to wait in the line. And those are $150 donation. And the elite tickets are $275 donation, and they're elite because of the seating. You're sitting amongst all of the artists and elite seating. So you're sitting amongst the artists, and that one is a meet and greet, but a meet and greet with all of the artists and Little Joe, not just Little Joe. The VIP is just Little Joe. So, and then it also includes 2 drink tickets and access to the speakeasy, and of course, premium seating. So those are the three tickets. What I can do, if any tickets come through this live feed, and you all want tickets, George knows how to get a hold of me. You can get directly tickets to me if you message me, because if you go through the system, it's going to charge you like a little fee. Well, a fee, the tickets, the ticket systems. But you can get it from me. And what I'll do for you, if any ticket sales come through Freestyle Cartel, I can give you a $25 discount on the VIPs and a $10 discount on the general admissions. So $70 will get you through the door, and $125 will get you also through the door on a VIP. That's what I can do.
Bam, there you go. Mention Freestyle Cartel, you get a discount. You can't beat that. It's going to be a night of legends, a night. It's history in the making. You got Dolores Huerta's going to be the humanitarian. I mean, that's history in the making. You're going to have a lot of artists there. It's a nice event. You're going to see Little Joe singing amongst everybody, all the other artists out there singing, and you're going to have memorabilia that hasn't been seen. So it's going to be an iconic event. It just doesn't happen all the time. It's one of those events that you want to be part of history. This is it. This is part of history right there. Roland Martinez says he's going to be there along with Mimbella Contractors, big sponsor at that event that night. Roland Martinez is going to be there along with Laura Martinez. So Mimbella's a huge sponsor, I guess, over there where you're at. So shout out to Mimbella Contractors. Bam! Shout out to them, big sponsors at the event. So bam,
Well, they should
that
call
is
me.
amazing.
They should call me because I haven't received their. But they are. I haven't received their logo. I need your logo. So any sponsors, I have a deadline for Monday. Sorry, we have to, print out all our sponsorship all our sponsors on our I'm sorry, on our marketing material, everything for the show. It's going to be printed out all on Tuesday, and I love my sponsors. So the thing with us is that it's not a one and done. Our sponsors are going to go with us all year.
That's dope.
If you purchase one of our sponsorship packages, every single event we have, everywhere we go, we're gonna pull out our standing banner with all our sponsors.
That's pretty dope.
We're so appreciative of any sponsorships, and they're all founding sponsors of this foundation. That's important because it's inaugural. So anybody that sponsors with us for this big show becomes an automatic founder of this foundation.
And boom, there you go. And then we have a good question here, and this is a very important question because I was going to ask you, but I'm going to ask you that privately. How do you create your own foundation? Is it 501c3 organization or what is it?
Well, foundation is different from a 501c3, but you can run a 501c3 and call it a foundation, and that's what we're doing. We're filing the 501c3, and I have a strong background in nonprofit. So I have a nonprofit myself, and I'm the former director of the largest nonprofit group here in San Antonio. So I am very familiar with all of this process. I help start up nonprofits all the time. A foundation takes a little bit more. It takes more structure, and the process is different for both of them. But the 501c3 is just simpler. It's easier. You know what I mean? The process. I mean, you can start up your own nonprofit in 24 hours. You know what I mean? So that's what we do. In 24 hours, and then you just put in the application. It takes 3 to 6 months to get your number.
So the next question here is it expensive to open up a foundation or what he's talking about, 501(c)(3) in California or in Texas?
In Texas, it's not. I know the laws in California, but in Texas, it's not. You only pay the fee for the state, which is I believe it's between $250 and $650. They only have two. One of them, if you pay less, you get it faster. If you pay more, it takes longer. Something like that.
If you get one there,
if you pay more, you get it faster.
If you get a 501c in Texas, it can't be used in California, right?
And I wouldn't think so because those are different taxes, and we're state the 501c3. Well, it's you know what? I might be lying. No, I know people that have 501c3s that are from out of state and they're here. I think because it's the IRS. I don't know. I'd have to look that up, but I know that there's a way to do it because there's a lot of organizations that are 501c3 that are national. Bam!
There you go, Chino Mac. There you go. That's our homework for tonight. We got Lupita on our side. There you go, baby. Bam! That's pretty amazing. That's pretty dope. So Roland Martinez said he's gonna let Mimbella know that you need the logo. He's gonna let them know because you do need a logo from them. Let me see.
Yeah.
He said he's planning on Mimbella's birthday in November in El Paso, along with Sonny Azuna. Sonny Azuna, a very nice guy. Bam, I had him on the show también. That's another legend that goes hand in hand with Little Joe. They got history, and that's one for the books because that's where Chicano soul got created. Chicano soul. The brown sound is the foundation to what music is today, especially in the genre of Tejano. The foundation is Chicano soul. Is down for the brown, the causa. There you go. I said it. That's the foundation right there. So,
Yeah.
bam! It's gonna be a nice event. It's gonna be an amazing event. Get your tickets. Remember, you mentioned Freestyle Cartel. Bam! You get a discount, baby, baby. So don't forget to do that. It's gonna be an amazing show. I mean, tap in because it's just history in the making. August 1st, and enjoy it. While it's there. You're gonna have a lot of artists there. You're gonna have a lot of important people there, and once again, you get to meet the queen. Man, Mrs. Dolores Huerta, and that's right there is a powerful gift right there, being next to an icon that fought for the rights of for the humanity of all the raza and all the workers. They were both Filipino and Chicanos. So that's a big, big, big event. Tap in, everybody. Support the cause, support the foundation. They do a lot of amazing things for the kids and for the people. And there's scholarships. We all need scholarships. Whether for students or something else. Bam, tap in. It's going to be an amazing night. Bam. Anybody have any questions? Let me know. Woo! What else can you tell us? Is there a surprise in the ending and a surprise in the beginning? What else is going on? Is it going to be televised? Tell us a little bit about that.
It's not going to be televised, unfortunately. We were trying to work out a deal, but yeah, we decided not to. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. How much rev how long do we have on this podcast? Do we have any more time? We have like 20 minutes.
Oh yeah. What happened to Rev Ray? What did Rev Ray say?
Because I called him to see if he wanted to jump on because I couldn't get any of my girls, and he said, "Yeah, he was at a movie premiere, but he's messaging me if we can get him on."
Yeah, send him the link.
Okay, give me a second, and he just popped up. So yeah, let me get Reb on here so you can talk to him and he can tell you all about. Oh my God, he's gonna want to talk about La Causa. George, wait,
The Causa's big time. The Causa's big time. We have a question here.
He's gonna want to call about the Causa. Talk about that. Give me a second. Let me figure this out.
Hey, Lupita, did you ever meet Luis Valdez?
Luis Valdez?
Luis Valdez, he's a famous filmmaker. He's a historian. He's the one that made Zoot Suit and all the other movies.
Hold on one second.
Bet everybody tap in. Get your tickets. It's going to be an amazing event. If you're in the San Antonio area, man, it's going to be one amazing event. We're trying to get Reverie in the house right now. He's going to tap in and get him on. We talking about Chicano history. We talking about, man, los gritos out here from Little Joe. Man, that's a powerful statement right there. Remember, Little Joe got to perform at the White House, and that's one for the history books. He threw it down for the Brown. So there's a lot of history with Little Joe, with everything that he did. With the movies he did, the music he did, and that foundation for Las Nubes. That song was made for all the powerful, people that had that fought for the struggles, and that's what the song's about: the struggles, the cause, la causa, and that song helped out millions of people that were going through a bad struggle and depression. And Las Nubes, a lot of people don't know the meaning behind that. There you go. That's the movie. That's the meaning right there. It had to do with a lot of the struggle of our raza, struggle of our people. And that's how Little Joe created Las Nubes. This is a anthem, a Chicano anthem right there. And it always will be and is a part of history. So that's a little fun fact about Las Nubes right there in the house. Big Daddy George right here, along with Tejano Live Radio in the house. We're streaming all over the world, worldwide. And we have an amazing event going down August 1st with Little Joe, Little Joe Legacy Foundation. There's going to be a lot of history there, a lot of artists there. There's going to be a lot of performers there. So get your tickets. Bam, let's go.
Yeah, I just sent it to him, so we'll see what he says.
So Luis Valdez, did you ever meet Luis Valdez? He's a famous playwright, Chicano playwright that created Zoot Suit and countless others movies.
No,
he won the awards not too long ago. They made a movie about his life, and he got awards for that too.
No, I don't think I've met him, but
This is what I'm
I
gonna do.
know of him. No, I
Let me
know
see what
of
I have here.
him, and I know that they have
Let me tell you a little bit of this. Let me see. Hold on one second. Let me play this right here. I gotta play this. First, I gotta play my song.
Esto es para toda la raza de California. Échenle. Cuando yo me paseo por California, me la paso muy de aqueas con la familia. Yo me voy de Fresno a San Francisco, Sacramento, Modesto y Basilea. Los hermanos de Durango y de Chihuahua, de Sonora y el ya todo se me acabó, no me puedo resistir. Si voy a seguir sufriendo, mejor quisiera morir. Yo voy vagando en el mundo sin saber a dónde ir. Los años que van pasando.
Bam! Little Joe right there. Little Joe La Familia, Little Joe the Latin ears. Bam! That song, California, everybody. It's a rare song. Little Joe made that song for particularly that movie, A Million to One. That song, California, you could tap in and get that song. It's about the history of Little Joe in California, giving homage to all the cities, San Jose, San Pancho, Sacra, bam, Modesto, California, and so many countless cities in California that he went through and performed. And he got a lot of love from California, a lot of love from the Raza, a lot of love from the Chicanos out. And bam, he's one of the living icons, one of the living legends that created history, made part of history for what is considered the brown sound right there. And the big time movement that he did with the Chavez and Huerta, and that's bam, that's part of history right there, you know. And that's something that you can't forget. Like David Vela said, bam, California. There you go, George, California. Vicky B said Red Ray is an awesome singer. Red Ray definitely is. He's an awesome singer.
Tune in. He's gonna log on in a bit. He's gonna send you the thing in a bit. He just messaged me.
And you know what? After all said is done, you gotta do me a favor. If we have one of the, I collect vinyl because I was a DJ as a kid, and you know, and I had a bunch of stores, you know, growing up, and I'm deep into music. A lot of people don't know that side of me, you know. If you have one of those records laying around, bam, send it to me. And if it has Little Joe's name on it, that's part of the fucking the legacy. Excuse my language. I'm excited. Part of the legacy because I see he's not gonna remember this, but he had history. You know what? I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to get nobody in trouble. But he had history.
Hello, this is a podcast.
All I can tell you,
I'm eating a taco.
Hey,
like you tell me, I want to. I'm ready for the cheese.
He had history in San Jose, California, at the Starlight before I was born, which was known for Studio 47, and it was a huge club. But the Starlight is one of the clubs that the parents went through, and Little Joe always frequented there, you know, and some of my family knew him pretty good. My compadre Frank Perez knows him really good too. Knows Little Joe real good too. Little Joe's going to be in Newark, California, along with my compadre Frank Perez. He's going to be performing out there también. And my compadre is going to be his main DJ there también that night. So anybody in California, bam, Newark, Califas, he's going to be performing Little Joe out there in California. So once again, bam, tap in and support the cause, man. This is it. This is down for the brown right here. So bam. So man,
Down for the ride.
I can't wait to see what happens. Hopefully somebody goes live there, so I could be metiche and see how it goes.
Yeah,
Because
no, not gonna happen. I am well, there may be some people that are gonna go live, but where they can only take their phones. We're not allowing any outdoor
yeah,
cameras and everything. What I can tell you is we have a production company that's we hired a production company to film the whole show.
that's awesome right there. That's awesome right there.
So you may be seeing something soon. I'm telling you, Little Joe's keeping me busy. We have a lot of work. You know, he has just a renewed energy with the kids and a big surprise that's coming out of their way, and you know, and just doing this foundation. He wants to shift. You know, so. A lot. I don't want to give too much away because we're gonna have our meetings in September after
There
the
you go.
August. I'm taking a whole month off, but I haven't had a day off. That's why I'm eating a taco on your podcast, because I have been a nonstop for the past, I don't even know how
She's
many
been
months.
nonstop busy, just going at it with the foundation and stuff like that. And bam, you get some sleep, girls. There's no time to sleep for you, but hey, when you get a chance, get some sleep, wake up, and you gotta go. You gotta go. So that's
Yeah,
pretty dope. And
yeah,
then Freestyle Cartel is going to have an interview with the living icon, Little Joe, sometime in the near future coming up. It's going to
yeah.
be in depth, you know. It's going to be a one-on-one, live, raw, and personal. It's going to be an amazing interview. Not just a regular interview. It's going to be an amazing interview. We're going to get in depth about the history and the meaning of Little Joe, with the forefront of Chicano soul, the forefront of La Causa, the forefront of the name Little Joe in the Latin years, transitioning to Little Joe en la Familia from the time of Si Se Puede. It's a lot of history there that a lot of people don't know, and we're going to be talking about that. So everybody, stay tuned. It's going to be an amazing interview. We got a surprise coming for you. It's going to be dope, and we're going to have Lupita there too. Bam! Let's go, Lupita. We're going to have a shot of water. You know, I don't drink no more. Bam! So it's going to be dope. And we have a question here. The food looks good. Is it better than Taco Bell? They're watching you eat a burrito. He said the food
No,
looks good.
that wasn't a burrito. That was a bean and cheese taco from 10 in the morning that I saw on the table next to me, and it was staring at me. I was like, "Oh, I didn't finish that taco. I'm gonna finish it," because I have been on. When I tell you guys, I'm keeping it 100% for real, for real. I have not had a day off, and I do not have a day off. Yesterday, Little Joe had an interview here in San Antonio. He drove over here in a white van with his driver, and they dropped off all this stuff. And then we went to the interview. And afterwards, when I was saying bye to him, he told me, he's like, Lupita, get some rest, take a day. I said, I can't take a day. We're 10 days away. You can't tell me to take a day. I'm the head of all this. You know, he's like, no,
You're ahead
I'm
of all
telling
this.
you. You know what I
Okay,
mean? And
Lupita.
I'm head of development, but I'm also executive producer of the whole show. So this is my baby, you know, my whole thing.
Okay, I went over 13 minutes, so now we really got to go because we're live on the radio, and
I know,
and we got to put
I'm sorry.
we're gonna put the the radio station's got to change, they got to switch. So Bam, it's an honor to have you here, Lupita, and we'll stay close. You know, beginning of a new friendship. Let me know what's going on. Oh, I'm gonna have that video for you tomorrow, right? Is that good?
The what? I'm sorry.
That video.
Which video?
The video I'm supposed to make and send it to you.
The what?
The 60-second video.
Oh yes, yes. Did you tell them? You didn't even tell them that you've been invited. You've been invited to submit a reel for the tribute portion of the show. So your guy right here, you know, DJ Big Daddy George, is going to submit and represent Cali on the big stage the night of the Legacy show. I wanted to connect with podcasters all around the nation. And all I asked was that they submit a 60-second video and say what they want. And I like your message, George. You're going to give it to me like you gave it to me tonight over here. Or, you know, the Big Daddy George, all that good stuff. That's what I want to see.
Bam! Let's go. We're going to do it live, raw, and bam, she's also all crazy. That's the way I am. That's what I do.
Yeah, we'll get Rev and a couple of artists, maybe Patsy, Shelly. We'll get some artists on your show next time to make up for Rev not tuning in. But yeah, we'll do that.
There
And
we
then
go.
of course Little Joe. Maybe sometime after the Legacy show, we'll maybe closer to his trip over there to Cali in September, we'll get him on your show.
That sounds good. Everybody, thank you very much for all the radio stations that tune in. A special thanks to Tejano Live Radio. We teamed up Tejano Live Radio and Freestyle Cartel in the house. You're known internationally. You're heard internationally. So everybody around that area, get your tickets, tap in, support the cause. And here we go. Lupita, thank you very much. It's an honor to have you here and talk about something positive, talk about the cause. Everybody, peace, love. Remember, God, thank you very much for blessing us, giving us another day of life. Until next time, everybody, the Brown Brother Airways, Big Daddy George, escucha. Aquí estamos.
Thank you, everyone, for supporting the Freestyle Cartel podcast show and the amazing artists. From my heart to yours, good night.